Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Oh, come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peace that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to The Day with Trae. I am your guest host, Alicia Crank. I'm so happy to be here once again. Trae trusted me to do this back in July, and we had so much fun. So thank you for inviting me to come back again to do this. And I am happy that my first guest for this week is Mr. Jesse Jones.
Hey,
how
Alicia.
are you, my friend?
Very good.
You know,
very good. Very busy.
Yes.
Very good. Lots of change in my life.
I know.
But it's all good.
Well, that's why I wanted you here, because I was like, there's so many people. First of all, we're friends, so I'm grateful for that. But when you disappeared off of Cairo, people were like, where did he go? What's happening? And then now they're like, what is your Washington or Results Washington? So tell us what's going on. Tell us about some of these changes that went down.
Wow. Well, we'll walk it back a little bit.
Yes.
I was at Cairo. They told me in like June of last year that they were going to get rid of the sports department and they were going to get rid of our department.
Wow.
And so I worked for 4 more months and then ended up walking away at Cairo, which was good. I was okay. It's just a weird time. I'm 61 and it's too early to like quit and retire. But I could a little bit, like do a little semi-retirement, do some stuff on the side. Had a little media gig that I had going, some consulting. And next thing you know, I get a call from the governor-elect's office at that time to get on the transition team.
Yeah.
And so I kind of was like, why do you want me on the transition team? Well, it's like, we got an idea. I'm like, what's that idea? That idea is to start a customer experience division of the governor's office. And I kind of was like, okay, cool. And they were like, no, and we'd like you to run it. And I was like taken aback.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm just a TV guy.
Yeah.
And, we had a little bit of negotiation, went back and forth, talked, prayed on it, talked to friends and family and mentors, and decided, yes, that I would take the job. And basically, there was an agency called Results Washington, that it was called. The governor said, it's going to be customer experience, and I'm going to let you name the agency. And I thought about it, and I came up with Your Washington. Nothing says customer experience than, taking state government out of it. Right. And making it your Washington. It's not our Washington. It's not state government's Washington. And that's something we really have to think and talk about. And that's like how government so long has worked for government to make government easier for government instead of making government easy for the customer and the consumer.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because like most of the time we spend with government, right?
It's usually not a pleasant experience.
Well, no. It's that, even like if you go to somewhere, like, a desk or an office or some outward-facing situation, you always see people having to scramble, and then the government workers just, it seems so efficient for them, but not for the people.
Right.
And that's something that I want to change. I mean, there's a lot of people in state government that also are trying to do that, but state government is so siloed.
Yes.
And separate. I mean, it's silos inside of silos. And, we're going to change some things, and we're going to get people out there, and we're going to, we really want to hear from the public also. We think it's a major component of improving customer experience and then working with frontline, forward-facing staff and giving them their props. That's important too. So, and a lot of our folks have been dealing with the system for years.
Right.
And, we believe that everyone needs to be treated with empathy and equity.
Yeah. Well, it's funny that when I was one of the first people that you did kind of talk to about it, you trying
Yeah,
to figure
yeah,
out
we
what
talked.
to do.
We talked about it.
A lot of different things.
We talked about it.
But the two things that stood out to me, one was I had never heard of Results Washington or whatever that was supposed to be. And then two, just looking at even at that name of it, I was like, someone that's trying to get results, you are the person that people feel is synonymous with that because of your work that you've done in television for the past 20 years and beyond that. Like, you're the guy that gets results. You're the guy that gets to the bottom of something.
And I got to tell you, working on this has been as difficult as it's been working, trying to make things right for folks.
Yeah.
And, with government and private companies. The thing is that I'm going to go back to the siloing, right?
Yes.
So if you have one agency that's doing customer experience well, they're not sharing that information with another agency that's doing it poorly.
Right.
Even though they might be in benefit delivery, even though they might be doing the very same things, right?
Right.
That could help each other, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Right? The first time I was in a cabinet meeting, I told everybody, the answer's in the room. The answer to customer experience is in the room. The question is, do you have the wherewithal to make it happen? To drop government first and making people first.
Yeah.
Our constituents are the ones we're supposed to be working for.
Right.
Right? Amazon has, they're it.
Right.
Right? And, you get on the phone and everything is right there. And all I have to do is press a button and they're telling me my options. State government needs to go to that model. We're working towards that model.
Yeah.
And the governor's executive order that he signed, finally, it took a while.
Took a while,
But
yeah.
government,
Oh, I know.
it can be arduous.
Yes.
But we got it signed and we're ready to go. And within a year from now, I think you're going to start to see some change. I think 2 years from now, you're going to see significant change.
When it comes to communities of color and government, right, they're usually not hand in hand with each other. There's a level of mistrust, or even if they see someone that kind of looks like them, they don't feel like it's still someone that they can connect with, can associate with. And again, there's a number of those folks that are in leadership within the state of Washington. I think when you came on, there was a different feel or more connective tissue of it, because a lot of people, and you see you as, you're the everyday guy. You're not the guy that's sitting up over here all the time and not engaged with people
Right.
in the neighborhood, but that is your reputation. Are you hoping that now that you're in this role and have that reputation that you can help bridge some of that gap? And
I think all people should have the same access to the levers of government.
Yes.
It should not change by your address. It should not change by your skin color. It should not change by your gender. It should not change for anything. We need to make the same effort for everyone, period. Right?
Right.
But, there is some repair we have to do in some communities.
Yes.
Right? And, part of it is that when you get on the phone or you get online, that you're treated with respect. We have, families who have dealt with certain agencies for generations. They know what's up, sometimes even better than the person on the other end of the phone.
Truth.
And if the person on the other end of the phone is not treating you with the respect you should get, you already have. Trust has been broken.
Yeah.
And trust is one of the major themes that we're going to be putting out there. Trust, ease, efficiency. I mean, that's what we're talking about. And so I don't care if you're from Bellevue or if you're from the CD, if you're from Tacoma, if you're from Olympia, if you're from Cle Elum, I do not care. Right?
Right.
We are taking a look at frontline staff and, some of the things that we've seen from frontline staff, the people that actually call. Here's the deal. When people call me, I've got 20 years of taking phone calls
Right.
from people in this state. Most of the time they're angry because the person that they talk to, just at the surface level, they felt like they weren't treated well. And they weren't able to get basic things that they knew were available to them. Well, then what we did was, first thing we did, I got in there, I was like, let's take a look at the employee surveys. Right? Employee surveys showed that public-facing, right, frontline staff vote like 3 to 6% lower than the rest of the state's employees across all dimensions on questions like, do you like where you work? Right? I mean, do you feel like your boss is giving you the right information? Do you think you're part of the plan? If those folks don't feel empowered, it doesn't matter how big your program is and how fine-tuned it is that if the person who's delivering it to the outside customer doesn't like where they are, doesn't like how they're being treated, how are they going to sound? How are they going to respond if they're challenged? Which the public has every right to do, challenge us.
And not even to minimize it, but I would say you can see that every day now on TikTok, right? Everyone's doing these videos and they're talking about these bad customer experience with the frontline person.
Right. And some of it is that we have to get to the bottom of it. I mean, and I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on and what's behind it, because we're going to run another survey.
Okay.
Right? Just for them. It's important because I think some of these folks need to be empowered. Some of these folks need to know what's happening. I'm talking to directors at director level. I have a deputy, and she's talking to people at deputy level. There's about 2 more levels before you get down to someone who's answering the phone. Now, we're all excited about the program. We're all excited and everybody's happy. And it goes through another level. Oh man, we just can't wait. Then it goes to another level below and they're kind of like, we've seen this before. We've seen this before. Is this going to work? Oh man, come on. And that goes to another level and it's like, heck, you don't even like me.
Nope.
You don't pay me. You don't like me. And now you want me to be all happy about doing this for customer experience? I get it. I get it. But the only thing we can do is show them the respect of letting them know what's going on all the time.
That's true. And that doesn't happen as often as it should.
And let them know that they're a key part of this. Like, this whole thing doesn't fly if we can't get a handle on this situation. Now, we're not everyone's manager. It's not like I can go to some department head or some agency head and go, you need to treat your people better. But what I can do, put that information out and put it on a dashboard.
Data is king.
And just let people see and act. And I think once all of this becomes public, because I think that's the other part of it, is that, we're out mining. I'm just going through all of this stuff. Is this okay?
It's fine.
Okay.
Bring it.
We're getting data, right? Part of the executive orders, we get data. So we could take a look at customer experience data from all of these agencies. And what we want to do is then create dashboard of scores of what we believe is most important in customer experience: trust, ease, efficiency, satisfaction, right?
Right.
And once effort, and then once we get there, right, we can start to put up dashboards. And all you can see is, if you click on and you see an agency and you're like, ooh, not very good, public's going to see it.
Yeah. So we need to change
Public's
something.
going to see it. And trust me, it's going to be out there. I can't change the scoreboard.
And the public's paying attention now more than ever.
Exactly.
Now more than ever. And it's now, as you're saying that, one of the things I'm thinking about too is, as someone who works in nonprofit, specifically in fundraising, we work with a lot of people that also need to engage with the government. We, as employees of those organizations, need to engage with the government and kind of, putting those pieces together. Even our next guest, I'm going to ask him about that too, is, making sure that we can have good relationship and customer experience, even from an organization to government level, before we start sending people that we're trying to serve there as well.
We are working with Commerce. Director Joe Wynn. Great guy. He's out in the community. He's been sending people out on these listening tours. And we've been with him on a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
Where he's going out there and trying to find out what's happening. And, one thing that we're finding in communities of color is that they sometimes in the nonprofit world, and you could tell, I mean,
Yeah.
right, that they feel like commerce is there for them, but it's really hard to get in.
Yes.
It's really hard to, write the grant because you're up against, your grassroots, and you don't have $8,000 to get a grant writer.
Yes.
While the larger one can do it and then crush you. And you know what? That smaller place might have had a better idea.
Yep. It's all about the resources, what
Right,
you can get
right.
to.
And Joe's working on ways to help that. We're working with them,
Okay.
right? Because that's important. When you're talking to folks, and listen, one of the meetings was in Tacoma. I went to the one in Tacoma. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday or a Tuesday. Anybody who's doing that and coming to that, and there were lots of people there coming to that,
It's important.
it matters.
Yes.
It matters. And so it's got to matter to us. And I'm just not like highlighting commerce, but there's other agencies out there that should be doing the same thing, right?
It's a starting point.
And reaching out and trying to close those gaps, right? Working with the director of equity, Megan Matthews.
Yes.
She's terrific. She's terrific. And trying to find a way to make these contracts easier for folks and people of color to be able to fill out these contracts and get them right the first time, right? And get all the professional help, some of these larger businesses. We're talking to people and, they're of color and they're like, man, I've been in state government I've been here and had a business for 20 years, which is incredible. But I've never had a contract with the state.
Right.
That's got to stop.
Yeah.
Right. And so, working with her. So those are like some of the things that we'll be able to assist with.
Okay.
I mean, understand it. We're 10 people. We're not going to be.
Well, that was going to be my last of my 2 questions to you. Was one is, there's always a sentiment where people say that government's too big. You probably have this huge department, but you have 10 people.
10 people. Not a lot of money.
No.
But, our goal is to get everyone together.
Yeah.
Right? And get people to understand that they should have a say when it comes to customer experience. And to make things better by working on projects. We're working on a project with WATAC. There are things to do to make life easier for folks, to have an anticipatory government,
Right.
right? Amazon's anticipatory. It's not only connected. When you come home and you like Alexa's like, hey man, you need some more this and this and that. Government should be the same way. You should be able to log on and look at your tabs and not have to refill out the same form 18 times.
But the crazy thing is more people will be okay with Alexa doing that or Amazon doing that than the government.
And that has to change.
Yeah.
And that starts with me. And that's my accountability,
It's a
right?
trust, yeah.
People have to hold me accountable for that.
And I'm going to say the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was, again, like when you first came into that role, it was Results Washington. And when I logged on, I was like, oh, now it's your Washington. I was like, I hear Jesse's voice in my head. Like, that sounds like something that you would rename it. But the other things I saw, too, and I don't have the 4 categories in front of me, but one of the things that I liked about those 4 categories was that word that connects them all, which is matter. You're like, people matter, all these matter. I love that. Talk to that a little bit. Why was that important for you to have that kind of naming convention within that?
Because if we're not invested into every single transaction, what are we doing in the game?
Got it.
Every transaction is the Super Bowl. All of it matters. Okay? And again, I'm just taking from my experience from television.
Right.
And you would get a call of people who have been sitting down for hours trying to get a hold of somebody in state government. And when they do, they don't have the answers for them. They get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to call right at 8, and when they call, the line's already busy.
Yeah. Been there this year.
Right? It matters because these are, we can look at them as transactions. These are actual life events for people.
Yeah.
life events. Now, go to an employee and say each one of these is a life event versus a transaction. Maybe their attitude might change a bit. Yeah. And it should.
It should.
And it should. So, yeah, it matters. And it matters every single time. Every single time. And until, we treat people the same. And that's big. Like, come on. Are we really there? And, great customer service, you're never there. Because you can always do something better.
True. What do you want to leave us with today?
Hey, the first thing that I've also pushed out is that customer experience starts with you. And if you're in state government or if you're in any business, just understand that how you treat your people is how your people are going to treat the public. And I think it's important for us to know that for those of us who are leaders is to treat our people as good as you can, because how you look on the outside to folks is a direct reflection on how your people treat others outside. So I think it's really important for all of us to understand that. And number two, demand good customer experience. Some of it is a lot of people like to take it on the chin and then come back and get mad. No, reach out and tell somebody. Also tell somebody if something good is happening, because that matters also. So one, treat your people well. Number two, report it. Let me know. I mean, we can't fix it unless you let us know. And on our website, your.wa.gov, we have a place for people to tell their story.
Jesse, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Good to be here.
You. Good to see you as always. We got to do another foodie event up in Edmonds or Snohomish County soon.
Oh, yeah, and drink our wine.
And drink our wine. With that, thank you guys for joining us today, and we'll be right back.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
In Seattle, it's more than just coffee. It's community. At the station, we brew more than just your favorite cup. We brew connection. From Beacon Hill to Columbia City, we're a space for artists, activists, and everyone in between. A place to gather, create, and simply be. Whether you need a quiet place to work, a lively spot to meet friends, or just a moment to unwind, find your place at the station. More than coffee, it's home. Visit us in Beacon Hill or Columbia City. The station, where community happens.
Thank you so much for joining us. Jesse, I'm always happy when I can share time and space with you and be able to learn more from you, because I always do. And actually, fun fact, I was told that you were one of the first people in this studio when it came live.
Yeah, I did something with Connie Thompson.
See?
The Queen.
Love it. Well, again, thank you everyone for joining us. I learned so much. Again, please visit your.wa.gov, see what's going on there, get your voices heard, and look out for that data that's going to be coming down the pipeline soon. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.